Hi, this is Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. Greetings to my Slim Samurais and my Samurettes. As I mentioned before, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe, send us to 25 of your friends, and comment on what you want me to talk on future topics. I had one Samurette interact and leave a comment. They want me to talk about ways to stay mentally healthy. And I'm going to give you from my personal experience. No two experiences, as you know, are ever the same. I want to give shout outs to Positive and Healthy, who left that comment on wanting to know how to stay mentally healthy. So today's topic is mental health, 5 steps to mental tranquility, part 1. There's a lot to discuss, so this is going to be part 1. Number 1, the first step in mental health, seeking mental tranquility and wholeness. Now, this is for me. Number 1, seek unity with a higher power. Now, life can be so chaotic at times and confusing. Sometimes you won't know your left from your right. And it leaves you just scrambling, wanting to know what in the heck is this life all about? You're pulling out your hair. You're stressed out. Your stomach is on an endless roll, filled with 1,000,000 butterflies. Forget 1,000 butterflies. You just feel profoundly overwhelmed. Thoughts are racing left and right. It could be for a number of reasons. How am I going to pay the bills? I've just been laid off. I got babies to feed. What do I do next? I have a boss who's a total butthead, and he's not letting me get any rest, night nor day. Trust me, I've been there. I'm going to share a segment of my personal life story, and this may or may not relate to you, but nevertheless, it's something that I want to share in order to get you one step closer to mental peace, mental health, and mental tranquility. Now, some 16 years ago, my life was overwhelmed, and I'll tell you why. I worked approximately on this job 80 hours a week, with some shifts lasting up to 24 hours to 28 hours. And I was only paid at the time approximately $6 to $7 per hour. Now, finances in and of itself, if very low, can be stressful. But I digress. Let me continue. Now, I would work 80 hours a week for this boss man, and he let me go. At that time, some 16 years ago, I had 2 little baby daughters to support. One was a precious little 18-month-old, and the other baby girl, she was 6 months old. I love you, my daughters, who are now teenagers now. Now, I had explained at that time, some 16 years ago, to the boss that I had 2 little baby girls to support. But he looked me dead in the eye with an icy stare, with no facial expression. His words were, "Too bad, and good luck." Devastated, with tears welling up in my eyes. It was all too overwhelming, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. So, with tears in my eyes, I turned to a higher power, the Lord Yahweh. Yahweh is the Lord of the universe, and his father's Yahweh. I prayed to Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh, blessed be his holy name, for guidance on how in the world, Father Yah, will I feed my two daughters. I got baby formula to buy. I got diapers. And as you all know, some of these diapers is like the down payment on a Mercedes Benz. You would swear that they pad them diapers with gold and platinum. Now we know the streets of heaven is paved with gold, but what they be charging for some of these Pampers, you would be thinking that they pave some of the lining of these Pampers with gold, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and platinums. Oh my goodness. Now, when I cried out to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh, his precious son, when I did this, immediately, I felt 1,000 pounds lift off my shoulders, and a deep-seated mental peace entered my heart and mind, more than could ever be ascribed and described by human words. It's also very important to have some quiet time for at least 30 minutes to yourself. And trust me, family, to my dear samurais and my dear samurettes out there, I know especially if you have a newborn baby, you got toddlers, young children, it is hard to even get 10 minutes to yourself, let alone 30 minutes to yourself. That's a tall wish order. But trust me, that baby, even if it's colicky, will eventually fall asleep, and you could smuggle in your 30 minutes of quiet time. Now, in the book of Yahweh, in 1 Peter 5:7, it says, cast all your cares on him because he careth for you. I don't know who that's going to touch. Like I said, everybody's situation is different. No two situations are ever the same. This ain't religion. This is a way of life, a spirit relationship with Lord and Savior Yahweh, to the glory of his dad and father, Yahweh. This is what worked for me. This is organic experience in my life that I'm sharing with you when I had two newborn baby daughters and didn't know how I would support them. It was only the grace of Yahweh that helped me. All of a sudden, another job came, was able to support my two baby daughters, buy diapers for them, baby formula, baby rice cereal, and was able, by the grace of Lord Yahweh, to have, first and foremost, that mental peace that transcends all human understanding. Now, it's important to protect that mind. In the human brain, there's some 85 to 100 billion neurons, almost as many nerve cells in the human brain as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy, which is estimated to be around 250 billion stars. And each of those nerve cells in your brain has around 9,000 to 10,000 nerve connections. It's important to establish a powerful connection, and that powerful connection for me started with unity with a higher power. For me, it was via Lord Yahweh that gave me some clarity and at least a mental peace for the time that I needed it the most. Number 2, in the 5 steps of mental tranquility, formulate your breathing. You take your initial breath in through your nostrils, hold that breath, phase 2, and breathe out. It's 3 phases. The initial inhalation breath through your nose. Hold that breath. Step 2. Step 3 is to exhale that breath. Now you may be asking, Dr. Alexis, how many seconds do I allocate to each of those 3 steps? And I would respond to you, my samurais and samurettes. Great question. The initial breath should be done over 7 seconds. The second breath, second phase of this breathing pattern, the holding part should be lasting another 5 seconds. And finally, the third step, the exhalation phase of this breathing pattern, should last for around 8 seconds. Now, I would ideally recommend doing 5 to 10 of these breathing techniques for 3 cycles. You can do this at home initially in your quiet time while connecting to your Hawashai, your higher power. This slows down your breathing and fills lungs with fresh oxygen as you take the initial inhalation breath and then hold. This is going to increase the smallest unit of lung cells called the alveoli with enhanced alveolar expansion and increased tissue oxygenation. Now you remember from my prior video, I had discussed ways of increasing fresh blood flow to the brain cells in my discussion of nutrition and bell peppers. In particular, the red bell peppers, which is going to deliver folate and potassium to your diet in abundance. Well, the good news is, with the potassium, you're going to have dilation. You're going to have increased blood flow as well to the critical structures of your brain and going to feel more rejuvenated. Folate is going to go a long way in alertness and keeping some of the elements of dementia, whether it's Alzheimer's dementia or other forms of dementia, far from you and keep your brain healthy. Part of mental health is initially a good diet and great brain health. I'm going to discuss that in my next series on the 5 steps to mental tranquility and mental health. My Slim Samurais and my Slim Samurettes, don't forget to send us 10 of your friends, 20 of your friends. Subscribe, comment, click on the like button. I'm Dr. Isaac Alexis from the Slim Samurai Group 84, helping you to slash through sickness and offering you a slice of health and wellness. God bless.